Hey guys, and welcome back to another Playtime video. In today's Playtime video, I'll be going over all of my Playtime theories I have for the characters that could be in Chapter 4, but just like, most of this video will be about all my Playtime theories I have. So, without further ado, let's dive into the video, but first grab your snacks, because this is going to be a very, very long video. So, let's dive into the video. The first thing I'll be starting off with is our boy Boxy Boo. So, Boxy Boo was only in chapter... Actually, wait, no, my bad. The first appearance he made was in Project Playtime, but then in-game we saw him in Chapter 3, The Hour of Joy, which is at the end of Chapter 3, so... If you see my last video, or like a video from a few days ago, you might have noticed that I went over a video that's basically like talking about the winners that Mob Entertainment made for characters, and one of them was Boxy Boo, which was very interesting to me, so... This obviously could be hinting towards him coming in Chapter 4, but it's like alive, because if you saw my video that one day I made, you can see that his eyes were there. So he is still alive, but don't know where in the factory, to be honest. Maybe it could be the No Neville's, because Poppy did say that in Chapter 3 that toys drag the corpses down the below where they will never be found, and they ate the bodies if they're alive. And one of these toys could be Boxy Boo, which it probably was. So, that's the only Boxy theory I have, pretty much, because it's kind of a mysterious character right now in the franchise. But let's move on to Huggy Wuggy. Not one of my very, very favorites, but at least like one of my top favorites, at least, I should say. So, Huggy Wuggy is a legend. He came in Chapter 1, got deceased, but then in Chapter 3, he appeared as a hallucination. But in Chapter 2, we saw his blood trail leading towards a pipe, so... But in Chapter 4, in the previous something that Mob Entertainment changed, you can obviously see Huggy Wuggy right there. So either this could be hinting towards Mob Entertainment saying that we'll see the prototype in Chapter 4, or this is just saying that Dory the Doorman absorbed Huggy Wuggy, which is kind of weird to say, but I don't know what that could be referring to, but obviously referring to him being alive, because Mob Entertainment has made so many quotes about Huggy Wuggy. Like the theater incident. The thumbnail for the old thumbnail for the trailer we got a few days ago. So yeah. And also Holly Sawyer too on his Twitter page. I'm pretty sure he is a worker for Mob Entertainment, because before the trailer even came out, it was the 24th, the day before, he said that the trailer would be 2 minutes, 17 minutes long, which it was, mind you. And Dory the Doorman would be our friend, and that came true, so I'm assuming that he will be I'm assuming that he is a worker for Mob Entertainment, just showing some hints, and even on a post earlier, he said, Huggy, are you okay or something? Or are you good? So, this obviously referring to him coming back, and also in the Doctor trailer we saw an image of Huggy Wuggy, like, staring into the camera, and the other image we got of him, which is insides. So, this could be him, like, after the fall, which it probably was, and also him hinting towards the return, so... That's why I have my best favorite for Huggy Wuggy. I'm hyped to see him. Hopefully we'll see him in Chapter 4. Now let's talk about Catnap, which people are probably going to be like, hey, why are you going over Catnap? He's dead. Well, people have probably been doing this like over 1,000 times already, but we were getting in the red gas. We're getting the red gas into our system, so possibly that was a hallucination we saw. But just saying, but if Catnap was alive, they will probably see his dead body, or he'll actually be like alive again. Which would be very, very cool in my opinion, but just want to point that out real quick for Catnap. Now, let's move on to a very interesting character, Pianosaurus. So, the Pianosaurus is he's like one of my top 3 favorite characters by far in the series. Due to how he works and how he moves. So, Pianosaurus might be our friend or foe, because in Chapter 4's YouTube short teaser for him, he was shaking, and there was gore on his teeth. So, this is obviously referring to the bigger body, like, kind of moving, but also, like, in the recent trailer we got from Mob Entertainment a few days ago, he was, like, moving around. He was, like, running towards us, so... And that was in the prison area, mind you, so... This is obviously referring to Pianosaurus, like, when we come across him, he'll be, like, in that area of the factory. We saw all those consumers in that one leak. And Pianosaurus might be our enemy, which he probably is actually, since we've seen him chase us in the gameplay trailer, and we saw him in the YouTube Shorts version of the teaser. him shaking on his commercial. So yeah, that's one of my theories for Piano Soul, so I need a few of them. Now, Holly Sawyer. So Holly Sawyer is obviously confirmed. We saw him in a lot of trailers already. 2 actually, don't make that 3 because we saw his eye in the Doctor trailer, or his bigger body, or this body, I guess, and we saw his eye in the Yonnabe trailer, telling us that someone is behind us. So those are the 2 hints we got of him. And in the recent gameplay trailer we got a few days ago from Mom Entertainment, we saw his minions, or servants, I should say, yeah, servants, and we saw his body again. So I guess he'll be tracking us down with the servants he has, and that's how we're gonna that's why he said there's no hiding from me. So that's one of my good theories for Holly Sawyer, or a few of them, I should say. There's one thing I forgot to mention about Yonnabe though. So in the gameplay trailer we got a few days ago, that big old trailer which I watched at least 70 times, but that trailer we got Yonnabe, but he was roaming around some area. So this could possibly be a computer area where we're supposed to get a flash drive or something or whatever. Or this could just be a giant maze, but who knows. Also, Yonnabe was big, and I really like that about him, so yeah. Now, Dory the Doorman. So, Dory the Doorman might betray us, actually, or die in Chapter 4, because near the end of the trailer he said, "I failed you," so it's possibly meaning that he will die by the prototype in Chapter 4. Here's a great theory I have about Dory the Doorman too. We'll get to Kissy in a second. Dory the Doorman said the prototype's starving us, and whatever he said. This could possibly be us talking, or him talking to us while we're going to the factory with him or something. We're trying to get into a certain area or whatever, he talks about what happened or whatever. So yeah. A few of my good theories here about Dory the Doorman. I'm guessing that when we go down the elevator, I guess we'll be ending up at that same area where we saw Dory the Doorman, but we'll be in that gas area where the cages are and stuff for the monsters. Now time for Kissy Missy. Kissy Missy has been through a lot, because Chapter 1, we saw a poster. Chapter 2, we saw as a bigger body in person. But in Chapter 3, we saw her a lot, but she got attacked at the end, which I'll put in the Doctor or Yonnabe at this point. That's probably why she got burned too. Or injured, I should say. Probably how she got injured. But we did go up again at the end of the Chapter 3. We did go up again at the elevator, so it's probably hinting towards we'll see Yonnabe at the beginning. So, it is possible that Kissy Missy will be at the end of Chapter 4 with us. Obviously, she will be in Chapter 4 because we saw her in the gameplay trailer and stuff. So, now about the prototype. So, we all know that the prototype is a very, very interesting guy, especially when he talks. And in the gameplay trailer, I actually got to hear his voice again saying, "That's something special in mind." That's a prototype, because in the subtitle it said unknown. So, this is obviously the prototype speaking. And Kissy Missy and Poppy are overhearing this. And us too, possibly. Or she's showing a view that's behind the play or something, I don't know. But that's what I'm thinking. So, I'm also hoping that we will see the prototype in Chapter 4 as well. The full body, because we saw or hear his voice again, I should say. Hear his voice again, and we possibly will get a VHS tape of him at the end of Chapter 4, possibly as we meet him, or if we don't meet him. Because at the end of each chapters 1 to 3, we got prototype tapes at the end of each chapter. So it is possible that we will get another prototype VHS tape at the end of the game. But who knows at this point with Mom Entertainment. But now time for Poppy. Nothing we may say much about Poppy besides her possibly betraying us in the chapter, because she's saying you lied to me for some reason. Also, real quickly, I found this on Twitter. I just want to play this footage real quick, but this is actually hinting towards the other commercials in Chapter 4. So let me show you that footage. He's coming, he's wishing, he's funny. The only one. The Dinosaurus. He plays just for us. Plastic critters come to play to gross you out in every way. The fun never ends. Cozy and cuddly, your new best friend. And yes, that footage was from a user on Twitter that is possibly working for Mama Tim, or it was like the one who made the VHS tapes for like the characters and stuff. But I just want to point that out real quick and give that footage real quick too to everyone. So I also have a theory about Mr. Knight, which sounds crazy that became a ballistic teacher, but besides we saw her fate at the middle of chapter 3 of the game, we saw her get crushed, but we didn't see who took her. So possibly this means that she's alive still, or she got taken by the portal, which is very, very possible. Because her and Catnap worked together. So even Mr. Knight even warned us to get out of the school, but we didn't, because, well, yeah, we came back to the factory years later to see what happened. So yeah. So I just want to point that out about Mr. Knight. It was kind of an interesting Easter egg or something. But yeah, I'll put that out. Now time for the most weirdest character, in my opinion, Braun. Braun appeared in chapters 1 to 3, but as a toy form. We never saw his bigger body form, besides the VHS we got like over a year ago at this point from Mama Tim's YouTube channel. It was him in a laboratory that the toys tore out as like Nerix or whatever that is. Can't remember the word because it's been a while since I've seen it, but the toys did something bad to him and he's now in the containment cell. So possibly we'll see that containment cell in chapter 4, but we'll see his dead body. So that could be possible. Wait, I just want to put that out about Braun because it feels like everyone forgets about Braun. It's like, now, time for something kind of realistic. It's the Dory the Doorman plush I shared with you guys on my YouTube channel. So, if someone posted from a few days ago, I did a post about Dory the Doorman plush. Now, I don't know if this is official or a bootleg from Japan or something. Or not Japan, actually. They make the official stuff, but I meant, like, I don't know if it's like a bootleg that someone made. I gotta say, it is pretty accurate, but I also can't tell because, you know, the plush actually has the Playtime code tag for like an official plush, and I'll show you that image now. So here's the plush again. I can't tell if this is official or not, but he looks official to me because, you know, he has the Playtime code tag and everything, and he looks official to me because, you know, the way he looks and stuff. So I just want to point that out real quick about the Dory plush. I'm assuming that we will get a plush too soon. Because if we all remember at the beginning of Chapter 3's release, on the launch day we got a Dog Day plushie for him for Dog Day. So possibly that we'll get a Dory the Doorman plushie on launch day, or even better, a Pianosaurus plushie, or even Nightmare Critters plushie. So who knows? But I doubt they won't skip any character, but they're gonna do one of those called Mr. Knight, which I really want to make a Mr. Knight plush, but I don't know how they're gonna do that yet. I don't even know if they were thinking about it yet, but I'm hoping they will though. Because we gotta see a plush of her. I think literally we have to be getting a plush of her. We got plush of the Spiny Critters, Monster Dog Day, Monster Catnap, even Yarnaby we got. So yeah, Mama Tim doesn't have the. Hoping Mama Tim doesn't skip over a character. I'm assuming that if the prototype will be revealed in Chapter 4, even if there are future chapters confirmed, that I'm assuming we'll get a plush of him too, I'm assuming, but like bigger, I'm guessing. So, time for another character. Let's do. That's a good one. Let's do Daddy Long next because here's a canon character, but we only saw his cardboard cutout on posters. So, he didn't appear in Chapter 3 or Chapter 1 or even 2, just mentioned or whatever, on posters and cardboard cutouts. I don't know if he's deceased due to the Hour of Joy or not, but yeah, I just want to point that out about him. About Baby Long Necks, I have no idea what to say about Baby Long Necks, to be honest. And also, I'm assuming that after a few months, as the months progressively go by, we'll get a leak of a new plushie, like how we did with the Spiny Critters, like one will release like a month or two apart, and then we'll get a new leak for one of the critters, and a few days later we'll get the plushie of that critter, so possibly we will be getting a plush of the Nightmare Critters. Hoping so though too, because I really wanted to see a plush of them badly. But also, time for another 3 character though. The Nightmare Critters. So, the Nightmare Critters, they will appear in Chapter 4 along with Mini Huggies, which, not gonna lie, I will be kind of mad that's what Mama Tim was referring to, because like literally, we got so many heads of Huggy Wuggy and we got Mini Huggies. Like, I'm not gonna play on the same one. Like, I'll be kind of mad if they were saying about something about Huggy Wuggy and then we never see him in Chapter 4, which I'd be kind of mad, not gonna lie, because we got so many heads of him coming back already, and it's impossible for them to turn it away. So, I'm just hoping that they meant the bigger body, not the Mini Wuggies, because we saw the Mini Wuggies in the Chapter 4 gameplay trailer with the Nightmare Critters coming out, so yeah. So I'm guessing the same area we saw all the Nightmare Critters at. I'm guessing they like roam that area of the factory down there, so yeah. Probably that too. Also, I don't know if the Lemon Critters and Smiling Critters have some sort of beef, because in the first teaser trailer for Chapter 4 we got like months ago, at this point, back in 2024, we got Baba Chops attacking a Dog Day critter, so yeah. I thought they have beef, but I'm just saying no. Also, I got to talk about Dog Day. Yes, I have to. Dog Day is one of my top 3 favorite characters too in the Playtime franchise, and hoping he will come back, because I'm saying that he's deceased, but like presumably, because we never saw his face. We heard him like scream or whatever at the elevator part in Chapter 3 before he killed Catnap and stuff. We heard him like scream or whatever, but we didn't see his face. So probably we'll see him in Chapter 4, possibly, and we can get a chasing for him or something. So I just want to put that. Or we'll see his dead body in Chapter 4. It'll just be like a deceased body that we'll see in randomly. So yeah. Also in the trailer that I mentioned earlier, that we saw a bigger version of Baba Chops earlier in the trailer, like the one that jumped at us at the player's face or whatever. Yeah, possibly that is the bigger body, because Super Hobo, his link will be in the description, by the way. The showing pretty goes up to him. Super Hobo mentioned that Baba Chops might be that bigger body that we saw when the Baba Chops probably jumped at us. So it's possibly like hinting towards that, like that is a bigger body, which I won't be surprised if it is because of how big it is. But yeah. So shout out to Super Hobo, by the way. And possibly even in Chapter 4 see some characters back, because in the gameplay today we saw Dory's hands covering some characters. So this could possibly be even Bunzo coming back, bigger bodies, but I doubt bigger bodies might close to be in Chapter 4, because Yao of Joy and all that, and whoever disobeys the protocol will be punished severely by death. So yeah, I just want to point that out too, about that new thing we saw in the gameplay trailer. Possibly we'll see their corpses, or just them alive, just barely able to move, because the prototype is very eased or something. So yeah, but I just want to point that out too real quick about that hint or whatever. We've got known footage of Huggy Wuggy in Chapter 4's gameplay trailer, like the bigger body besides the mini Wuggy, so hopefully we'll see him too in Chapter 4. But yeah, so I think that will do it for today's video. I'm about to wrap it up here, because I'm gonna have a series to do. Actually, wait, no, my bad, no. I have a few more to go. Bunzo Bunny. So Bunzo Bunny is a very lost character, I think, because, I think Mom Tatum doesn't like Bunzo because he saw him get mugged in Chapter 2, and he's, heard him get mugged, I guess. / murdered. And, in Chapter, in the, Easter egg extravaganza thing that Mom and Tatum did around Easter time, we saw Bunzo's dead corpse at the final note. And we saw claws on the wall that someone took out his eyes and teeth, which obviously is the prototype. So, yeah. Bunzo Bunny probably will be dead, but also we'll probably see him in Chapter 4 too, but it's like a dead toy, because, we saw his, out or whatever on the wall in the Domian hint in the middle of the trailer, so yeah. So, that will wrap it up for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's theory. It was long in my opinion. Hope you guys thought it was long too, because I'm trying to make some good theories too about Chapter 4, because with Chapter 4 only being 2 days away at this point. Yeah, 2 days away at this point. With Chapter 4 being 2 days away, I'm really hyped for Chapter 4. I think that the most I can do besides to add gas. I really have no idea what else to say about besides to make us do hallucinations again in Chapter 4. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out too. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm very excited for Chapter 4. Actually, not. Oh, sorry guys, I have one more theory. Holy Sawyer's servant. So possibly they'll control a place, but he'll hack into them or whatever he does. Because he has control over that area we saw in the gameplay trailer. So possibly he will have control of the whole area. He can use his servants or whatever to spy on us or something. But yeah. So that will wrap it up for today's video. I don't really have any more theory ideas besides those ones I did, because Chapter 4 only being 2 days away, I've kind of run out of theory ideas, so yeah. But for sure, I will do more theory videos for sure. And so I will be playing Playtime Chapter 4 when it comes out in 2 days away. I still can't believe it's coming out. I'm hyped. Possibly we'll get a plush that day too, but we'll see. We'll see what Mom Entertainment's up to, but hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next Playtime video.